Day 35 of the 44-day challenge. I'm Scott Duke. Every day for 44 days, we've taken all the books off of Amazon on how to sell your business. A lot of these we've already reviewed, all these ones with these fancy little tabs, all the hard copies. Now we're into our Kindle books for likely the remainder of the challenge. I don't know if there's any more hardcover books left. I think we reviewed them all. And today, day 35, is Start and Sell Your Business, a must-have guide for new business owners by Wright. So when we did our search, it made sense to get this book, Start and Sell Your Business, because it's about selling your business. Although, once digging into it, a lot of it is just on starting your business. So you guys, if you're watching this video, you've already started your business, you've run your business for 5, 10, 15, 35 years, and now you're looking to exit your business. So the starting component in this book obviously is not relevant, and we're not going to report on it. But there are some interesting things that I pulled out of it that are very high level that I think are worth talking about. So I'm going to talk about two things out of this book. Normally we'll do the 3 knowledge nuggets, a couple quotes, and then a big takeaway. But because most of this book was focused on starting and ramping up your business, I'm taking a different angle today. And that angle is, let's talk about sales, and then I'm going to talk about competency and what it is like when you transfer your business to a family member and the things to watch out for. So first, we're going to talk about high-level sales. And I'm sure at this point in your life, you've already heard of Zig Ziglar. If you haven't heard of Zig Ziglar, get out there and get some of his material, because an absolute legend, incredible individual. But this is one of the quotes that he has that was in the book. It says, every sale has 5 basic obstacles. No need, no money, no hurry, no desire, and no trust. And I'm going to talk to these for about 3 minutes, and then we'll go on to our next topic out of the book. But I thought it was really good to just give this quick high-level overview, because this is basically what we do when we're looking at buyers, and what you should do when you're looking at buyers as well, to know if there's even a capacity in them to purchase your company, and if so, how to get past some of those barriers that Zig's talking about right here. So first off, no need. So if this person, there's someone out there and they don't care your company's for sale, they don't even want your company, doesn't matter, forget it, okay? Next is no money. We talked about this, we even talked about it yesterday in day 34 about figuring out what the net worth is of the individual that's looking at your company, this potential buyer, to know if they can actually acquire it. Or their capacity to borrow. That's equally as important. So, okay, so now we figure out our buyer's got some money, okay? They have the capacity to get a loan from the bank. We can keep moving forward. Then the question is no hurry. And this is an interesting one, because this is a question that we do right off the bat too. And I'll ask someone, how long, what's your timeline before you're hoping to be in a business? Okay? And if there's someone here and they say, 2 or 3 years, nope. Next, not even worth your time starting to work with them. They are just in the tire kicking, just in the research phase. You're going to find, and fine and dandy, they may buy a business at some point, but they are not in the position that they're going to be purchasing yours anytime soon, so there's no point in wasting your time with them. So you want to figure out when that buyer wants to purchase, what their personal timeline is. Okay, then that's going to get us for, and this says no desire. So this in the text, in the framework of purchasing a company, is all about that individual's personality, what their psychology is. Are they capable of running a company? You know how hard it is. You run your company. You know it's a beast, right? So does this individual have the capacity? And there's many ways to figure this out. A lot of it can come just from your gut, because you're the one that's been doing it for so long. And then there's a lot of studies that we can look into, and personality tests and profiling to figure it out there, and just looking into their history and what they've done before. We said this a bunch of times in these videos. If they've run a company in the past, or if they're a current business owner, very high probability they have the desire, they understand, they can move forward. Great. Then we go to trust, and this is where I pull out my little blue pen. Okay? Talked about this a whole bunch before, but this is all you. This is the piece of the puzzle that you control, okay? You need to build the trust in this buyer, or your intermediary who you're working with, having the right team, whatever it might be. But you gotta check here, you gotta check here, you gotta check here, you gotta check here. Now it's you time, okay? And again, there's lots of stuff we've talked about in these 44-day challenge and how to build trust with your potential buyer. But a lot of it comes down to credibility in what you presented, and when they come back and they look at it, that there's no incongruencies there. That it's what you said is what it is. All right. So I just thought this would kind of be a good high level to go over, and because I pulled that out of the book. Okay, I'm gonna erase this. We'll kind of pause the video, then come back to it, and I'll show you the next thing that I pulled out of the video or the book. All right, welcome to part 2 of Edward Wright's book, How Start and Sell Your Business, which he probably should have stated in the cover. Start a business, and here's 90% info on how to start, and then here's a chapter on how to sell. But anyhow, still getting good information out of it. And this chart was in there for one of his chapters, and it's about competence in general, and learning a new task, that kind of thing. And if you type into YouTube, even if you type unconscious incompetence or conscious incompetence, you're going to get a YouTube video of someone describing this chart, and they're going to do a way better job of me doing it. But what I'm going to do for you guys today is just take you through it, what I'll take our customers through if they're looking on transitioning their company to a family member. This is maybe a son or a daughter that you want to transition your company to. And you need to take yourself through this exercise. So I thought this is something good for you guys to do, so that you get content out of today's video and some value from this book that I read today. So basically, if you've run your company for a while, you are in this box over here, box 4, and you are unconscious competence. So you know exactly what you need to do in your business on a day-to-day to make it operate. You know how to be a leader. You know how the manufacturing is working. You know everything within your business, but you unconsciously know it. You don't think about it on a day-to-day because you've been there for so long, it's ingrained. So the exercise that we're doing today, and by the way, you kind of want to be here to be really successful. You can be here, okay, in box 3, which is conscious competence. You know what you need to know and you're aware of it, but you got to think about it on a day-to-day to make it happen. So here's great, here's okay. You're in any of these boxes over here, you're going to have, and I'm talking about your buyer now, I guess. If your buyer's in any one of these boxes, they're going to have a challenge with your company, okay? And if your offspring is in any of these boxes that you're looking to transfer your company to, could be problem city, okay? And this is how we learn. So first of all, we learn we are unconscious incompetence. So we don't even know what we don't know. And a good example of this is me learning how to play the guitar. I have a guitar. I can't play it. I know what the guitar is. I know your kids know about your business. They know what it does. But I have no idea how to play this guitar. I don't know how to do a chord. I don't know how to strum it. I don't know how to tune it. Nothing, right? So there's more that I don't know than I do know. So I'm box 1 in guitar, and there might be your family members might be box 1 with your business. Then you become conscious of your incompetence. You know what you don't know, and this is a good place to be. It's fine, but this is where you need to get your kids to. Okay, you need to get them to the point where there's no arrogance about it. It's like they know that they don't know. And at that point, this is when you can actually start transferring knowledge, okay? And my big suggestion, understand you're unconscious of all these things you know. You need to move yourself back into box 3, like take a step back. Like, what did I need to do in my life to get to this unconscious point of learning so that I can then become conscious again of what I don't know? Put yourself in your children's shoes, become conscious of what you don't know, and then you can teach them so that they are conscious and competent. Because you can only get to this box really with repetition over time. You need to be in the day-to-day. You need to have the battle wounds. You need the scars, right? So we got to get to this box first. So the question is, and the whole point of this exercise, and I'm doing a mediocre job at it, but again, you can, if you really want this diagram described well, there's lots on YouTube of people doing it. But you want to know where, and be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. This is the biggest asset you have in your life. You want to make sure that it continues on afterwards, right? What do your kids know? Are they completely unconscious? Okay? Are they not capable, basically? Then get them to the point where they're conscious of what they don't know and they're accepting of what they don't know. Then you can teach them. This takes time. 2-3 years. Okay? That's the reality. Then they're conscious, and then they have the capacity to get to where you are. All right? So the bullet point takeaway here, if you're transferring your business to a family member, start that process as early as you possibly can, because it takes a long time to get your knowledge over to them so that they can become competent, and then they can have conscious competence of what you know, and then they can get to the point of unconscious competence. This is where they need to be successful. So it's your job to get them there and to get them there as quickly as possible. My suggestion is take 2 or 3 years for the process. Okay, that right there, out of our book, kind of, Start and Sell Your Business by Edward Wright, was day 35 of the 44-day challenge. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 36. We are racing towards day 44. I can't believe it. Anyhow, look forward to it, guys. I'm Scott Duke. You're inside the Wellstand studio. We'll see you tomorrow.